Howdy folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I have a gift request from the UK, from England itself. Lorraine made a gift to the channel for me to do this reaction of Joey Feek's song, See You There. So I don't know this song as far as I know. I've reacted to Joey and Rory, and one of the most moving songs ever. Joey's, and I reacted to this several years back, maybe like 6 years ago or something, when I'm gone. But See You There. I can only imagine what this is. There could be a lot of things, but thank you for this gift, Lorraine. And I've only been to England once, and actually my father's side hails from Cornwall, and I had some friends who lived in Cornwall, Richard and Imogen. There are two very British names. But let's see what Joey's got for us here. You're from East Anglia Fens, England. Now, I'm not quite sure what part that is. Southern, Midlands, East, West, where are we at on this one? You don't have to tell us, but I love this kind of stuff, the way we're able to connect in various ways. And I think you are probably, time zone-wise, 3 to 4 hours behind. I'm in Eastern Standard Time because I'm right by New York City. I'm in New Jersey, named after Jersey. Isn't that an island off the UK? All right, here we go. See You There. Hopefully this isn't blocked. It's the official video, but it's not Vivo, so there's a real good chance it won't be blocked, but we'll see. Yeah.
You waited all summer for that night to come around, and Mom was in the kitchen and I was laying down.
Oh,
we said we'd meet up later at the county fair. As you closed the door you hollered, see you there. See you there, see you there.
I love the way she sings.
There was broken glass and blue lights everywhere. You were lying by your Jeep. We held our breath and said a prayer. We could hardly bear to see you there. No one had to tell us that you were hurt real bad. To life flight you to Indy was the only chance you had. Mama climbed in with you. She knew I was scared. As she closed the door she hollered, I'll see you there. See you there, see you there. There were lines and tubes and doctors everywhere. Daddy stayed up all night long, right beside you in the chair. He could hardly bear to see you there. Sang in the garden in our little country church. There must have been a mile of cars following your hearse.
So
You'd think after 10 years it wouldn't make me cry.
Yeah, I gotta stop there because I was thinking about 30 seconds ago on this song when she sang about the tubes and all this stuff. My friend, dear friend, and I loved her dearly, Lindsay Wallerman was her name, and people in country radio knew her because she worked for Warner Nashville, she was the Northeast radio rep. But when Lindsay was 28, maybe early 29 years old. And this is going back 11 to 12 years now. She called me on a Sunday, and she lived in Chicago. She bounced back and forth from Nashville to Chicago, but she called me and told me that she was diagnosed with cancer. And not just any cancer, it was a sarcoma, and it was already a high grade, which means it's advanced. It was metastatic, and she was asymptomatic, so she didn't really feel the pain of it initially. And the night before she passed, we were texting. You know, she was in MD Anderson in Houston, which is arguably the top cancer place in the treatment center in the United States, possibly the world. I'm not sure. And she and I were texting back and forth about stuff, kind of joking, laughing. I didn't know the next day would be her last day. And it was 10 weeks from the time she told me that she had this. And to this very day, I still kind of lose a breath when I think about her or that moment. And there are many reasons for it, but I just loved her as a woman, as a human being, as just a bright light. It's like, seriously, everybody liked her. Men, women, she was beautiful, outgoing, sense of humor, had a serious side, the whole nine. I relate to what she's singing right here, just where even 10 years later, it's a surprise that you still feel that way. Yeah.
But it's almost like you must have known that night you said goodbye, that you were headed up to heaven, not to the county fair. When you closed that door and hollered, I'll see you there.
Damn.
See you there. See you there. See you there. Oh, I'll see you there.
That was just phenomenal songwriting. I mean, it was really good songwriting. The twist on the "see you there," and the songwriter waited to the end to do that reveal, if you will, to say this is what "see you there" really meant back then. And life is a beautiful thing. And it's a brutal thing. It's very difficult on planet Earth because we become aware of our mortality at a young age. We have a pet that dies, a grandparent that dies, maybe even a friend. You always remember that first friend who died. The first friend when I was a child who died, his name was Ricky, and he died, was 18. I got the phone call. My younger sister called me. I was a freshman at Rutgers, and she called me and said, and you just know in someone's voice something's wrong, and you could just feel it. And even the way somebody words it, like, do you remember Ricky? And I'm like, oh, that's a weird question coming from my sister. Of course I do. But it's because he was already past tense, and it was only 24 hours. And you remember those moments. But I don't know if this was about a specific person or if this was more fictionalized account of something very real. But I'm going to rate this song just because I have a sense it may not have been about her own father, for example. Maybe it was, but I think it's more likely that this was the songwriter, possibly's father, or account. But Joey's voice is just, I don't want to say singularly moving, but it is absolutely moving. Always is. Just knowing how she passed away. Just beautiful voice, just that, not quiver in it, but vibrato that's in it, and her timing, her patience. She was beautiful. seeing, you know, her and Rory do their thing back then. I think Rory has since remarried because I think we're, what, like 12 years removed, 10, 12, something years removed from when she's passed. But this song was just so well done, starting with the piano and right on through. But the number that struck me was a 9.5. So Lorraine, well done. Tip of the hat. Tip of the hat to you. Thank you for this gift and request. And we'll leave it at that. Very somber, sobering song, and it was beautiful to feel it. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.
To life like you, to Indy was the only chance you had.